70% of moving companies do not use this marketing tool. Are you tired of spending money on leads and services that do not get you a high return on investment? If you do, you need to watch this video. In 2024, this marketing tool generated me over $1 million in gross revenue, and it's called email marketing. My name is Steven Mandak, president and founder of Clutch Moving Company. We operate in 2 states, California and Arizona. And in 2025, we are projected to do over $6 million in gross revenue. So let's get straight into it. What is email marketing? Email marketing is essentially emailing customers with some type of offer or some type of information regarding your business. I hear a lot of service-based companies in general talk about they do email marketing, but all they do is typically send them a newsletter, something about their company one time a month. I even sign up for a lot of other moving companies' newsletters and email campaigns and other service-based companies, and they are not enticing and they barely send me these emails. They probably send it about once or twice a month. So I typically will forget about them, and if I was ever in that space going to use that service, I wouldn't even know who they are because they barely send the email, and I look at it, I'll either unsubscribe or I'll go ahead and just delete the email. So we're gonna be talking about 4 basic things that go into email marketing. The first thing that we're gonna be talking about is audience. Before you set up your email campaign, you wanna know who you're gonna be sending out these emails to. It is very, very important that you understand the audience that you're gonna be sending it to. We're gonna use myself as an example and where I send out my emails to. I send out my emails to realtors. So that means that my emails are structured, and they're structured so that the realtors understand the language and they understand all the copy that's gonna be put onto that email. You wanna make sure that you are sending the emails to the correct audience. Here's the reason why. I'll give you an example. So with realtors, I know that they're going to refer business that is gonna be a higher ticket because they're selling a house, versus if I'm gonna be emailing community managers of 1 to 2 bedroom apartments. Because what's gonna happen is that you can go ahead and curate the email based on your audience. So if I'm sending over to a realtor, my offer to that audience is gonna be $350 because I know the type of ticket and the type of gross revenue that I'm gonna get from that realtor. Versus if I send over this email to community managers where my regular gross ticket is gonna be $1,000. I'm not gonna have that same offer because I'm not gonna be as profitable. So before you even think about creating the offer or anything else, you wanna identify what audience you're gonna send it to. Now, in the moving industry or whatever industry you're in, you can target many, many audiences. I target multiple audiences, which is past customers, realtors, interior designers, whoever it is. You can find these certain types of audiences through different types of tools online. I have Apollo.io. There's another one called Leadly. There's a bunch of them that you can kind of choose from, but all you have to do is look up online the email scraping list or email warehouse list or something along those lines, and you'll be able to get some type of vendor that pulls emails on LinkedIn or pulls it across the internet. So that's the first thing that you want to go ahead and do before you figure out your offer conversion and your cadence. So you want to make sure before you find and dial in who you are going to be talking to with your email. The second thing that you're gonna go ahead and do now is offer. You're gonna wanna identify what offer you're going to give the audience that you're sending these emails to. Now, for me, because I was just talking about it, I understand that realtors are gonna have a high gross ticket or a high referral, so I can have a bigger offer. My offer with realtors is I will give your customer $350 off of their next upcoming move. And I'm going to give you a $100 Amazon gift card for every single completed referral. Now, Here are the things that you want to make sure that you're doing on your offer. Number one, the audience that you're targeting, is it going to be an offer where they're going to double take and also redeem that offer, or are they just going to go ahead and say, this is nothing to me, I don't care about that, that's not any type of money to go ahead and get me to refer or do any work for them. Now, you also want to make sure that the offer that you're giving is beneficial to you. And what do I mean by that? Now, when I did my margins and I did my pricing, I had to make sure and understand that the offer that I was giving was not gonna drastically affect my bottom line profit. So when I did the numbers and I ran the numbers, I said, okay, cool, $450 is a great offer that I can go ahead and give to these realtors. Now, the thing is that I understand that these realtors are gonna give us about anywhere from 6 to 9 referrals a year because they are selling anywhere from 6 to 9 homes a year. So there's 6 to 9 opportunities. So how I have it and my thought process behind this is that since I am giving them $450 off, they go ahead and claim this offer, and when they claim the offer, they go ahead and refer that to one client, and we go ahead and do a good job. Now, here's the fun part. Now, if we do a good job on that first client that they referred us, they will continually refer us. Now, it took us $450 to get that client and acquire them, which is the realtor. Now, all you have to do is put them in a separate email campaign because they've already claimed that one-time offer, and you can go ahead and nurture them, and they'll give you more and more and more referrals, which is basically never ending as long as you do a good job on that first time that they refer you and claim that offer. Now that you understand your offers, the third thing that you're gonna wanna do and make sure that you dial in is conversion. Now, you can have the audience, you can have the offer, but if you're not converting with these emails, then you're not gonna be getting any money out of it. Now, on my copy and on my email, there is a specific button that you have to press in order to claim the offer. Now, when they click the offer, it says in big red letters, claim coupon. And when they claim the coupon, what it does, it takes the customer on a journey. Now, it goes into a landing page. And in order for them to go ahead and claim the offer, the $350 off of their client's move and the $100 Amazon gift card for the completed move, they have to enter their information on that landing page. And once they enter in the information on that landing page, sales team gets an email saying, okay, they claim this offer. And what my sales team now then does is they call the customer. And then when they call the customer, they say, hey, I see that you claimed the coupon. It's $350 off. Do you have a client that's gonna be upcoming or has the upcoming move? And most of the time, if they went through that whole process, they will say yes. Now, what we do here is very, very important. How you wanna navigate through it is you wanna make sure that you get them to the next step, which is typically getting them an estimate or being able to be connected with their client. So it's very important. So here are the steps. You wanna make sure that the email goes out to the client has the irresistible offer on there, and then you're able to convert it. Now, you can speak to a lot of people on Upwork or wherever it is. All they have to do is put a click coupon on that page that's being directly sent out to your audience, which will then land onto a landing page where they can enter their information. And once you have that, you're golden. You just go ahead and make sure that you have a good audience. Now, the last thing that you want to go ahead and do is dial in the cadence of these emails. It's going to be super important. The reason why is because number one, you don't want to seem like a pest that is sending emails every single day. I've had some vendors or some companies that send me emails every single other day, and I get super tired of them because I'm like, dude, I don't want to buy it. I'm going to just go ahead and unsubscribe. It's just overkill. Now, what we do is we send the emails at least once a week. So that means it's 4 times a month. Now, if we have a special offer, we might send it a little bit more, but 4 times a month is enough. They say that the average touch point is 7 times for a customer to remember you. Now, in our audience list, we have about 18,000 emails that we're consistently sending to on a weekly basis with a 20% open rate, okay? That means that another 70% of people are not opening up our email. So a lot of people think that, hey, I've been sending out and I'm spamming these people and this, that, and the other. You're not. Because a lot of the times when you're sending out these emails, your emails get lost with all the other emails that every single company or every single vendor is sending over to them. So you want to make sure that you're not sending overly aggressive, but you're sending the right amount to make sure that you're getting seen. Now, when you're sending the cadence on there, you want to make sure that you're building up for your domain to be able not to go to spam. We use what is called MailChimp. It's an email marketing tool. And what we had to do was we had to make sure that we sent out emails at a smaller scale before we went big. There are a couple of things that you want to do so you're not getting into spam or you're not getting into warnings or anything like that. You can use a tool, it's called Never Bounce. I think MailChimp has it with, they're integrated some way, somehow. My team kind of handles that. But what that does is that it makes sure that when you send the emails, it goes to that email address. Whether it goes into spam or wherever it is, you want to make sure it just gets sent out. And then you want to make sure that you're identifying how many emails are being opened and how many emails are not being opened, because from there you'll have a better idea of who's viewing it or whatnot. And on MailChimp, it has a really good tracking tool to see which emails looked at it multiple times. Now, I promise you, if you consistently email with that really good offer and you have that audience that is a set audience that you can sell your product to, if you do it right, I promise you, you will get calls and you will get consistent business. And this was a hack for me in 2024 because I know that a lot of people were spending tons and tons of money on Yelp, Google, pay-per-click, and none of those were working. You know why? Because I was using all those same exact services and I was barely getting a high return. But since I really dialed in the audience, and I really dialed in with the offer, and I really dialed in the conversion, I was able to generate over $1 million from this marketing tool. Thank you guys. See you guys on the next video, and don't forget to subscribe.